Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't sacrifice your happiness. You ready to go? Let's get it. All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm Wayne, an alcoholic of 23 years who's been living sober for 6 years. In this video, I'm going to tell you quickly why you should not sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of someone else. Here we go. The example I'm using for this video is pretty simple. In my sobriety, I have been sacrificing my own happiness and my own well-being for the sake of keeping my own wife happy. I'll do what she says. I do the things that I need to around the house so she doesn't yell. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, folks. It's just certain things that I found recently that I've been sacrificing just to keep her happy. I recently wanted to purchase a vehicle, and I have every means monetarily to do so thanks to my sobriety, and I found myself having to cut that off and having to put off the whole idea altogether just to keep her happy. We are doing an add-on to our house, and there's a lot of money being pumped into that. However, I make enough money and I'm able to save enough money now in my sobriety of my own earning that I should be able to contribute to a vehicle if I want to do so. Here's what I think, folks. I chose not to do it because I knew that it would make her unhappy, and I knew that it may lead to a divorce, and I knew that that was not something that she wanted to do. And in order to keep her happy, I put that off and cut it off altogether just to do that. Now, is that the right answer? No, it's not. But I do have to take into account what I put her through for the better part of our marriage. Now, we've been married 20 years, and I pretty much ruined her life for the better part of 14 years. Now, that's a lot of time, and that's a lot of things and living amends that I have to make up in order to prove to her that I've changed and I've developed within my recovery, and I'm responsible enough to take on things that I want to take on that make me happy. But at the detriment of her happiness, I choose not to do these things because I know that it's going to make her uneasy, and I'm going to speak for her, which you shouldn't do, folks, but I'm going to do it in this case. In my mind, she is falling back into the past where my old behaviors would have led me to not only not be able to afford the car, not be able to afford payments, not be able to contribute to the house that we're doing right now. And this list can go on and on, but that would take up your whole day. The point here, folks, is I'm sacrificing my own happiness just to keep her happy so that I can stay happy. Now, a lot of you might be doing that, and this was brought to me to light by a friend of mine. He put it out there pretty easy. He said, man, you're just trying to keep her happy so you can stay happy. And that made sense. At the time, I was like, he's full of crap. But I thought about it, and that's exactly what I do. And a lot of you who are in recovery might be doing the same thing, because either you feel bad about what you did while you were drinking or using, you feel like you owe that person, which in part, you don't owe anybody but yourself to stay sober in order to make your next 24 hours a little bit better for you and better for the people around you. That's what you owe. But the psyche says you owe this person because they are the anchor in your life, and they are the reason that, and this may be in general, but they are the reason that you're sober. Now, I don't agree with getting sober for a single person or a single thing. I agree with getting sober for saving your own life and being a better person. That's what I think. Now, tell me what you think in the comments below, because a lot of us sacrifice our happiness. Now, what does that do? Number one, that creates resentments that are long lasting and that will bleed into every other conversation that you have in the future for the unforeseeable future. And if that makes sense, drop that comment below, because someone out there watching this video is going to know exactly what you're going through, and they might be able to help. Or they might need your experience on this. What's the next thing that could happen if you sacrifice your happiness for the better part of somebody else just to stay calm and even where you're at? Well, not only are you going to build resentment, you're going to miss out on an opportunity that perhaps that if you would have grabbed onto it at the time, and this is me in general. Let's say I got my truck, right? And I'm able to go biking with my son with ease. I'm able to go off-road without being concerned about getting stuck. And I look badass. And now I'm not saying buy a truck because it makes you look good. But in this case, I was trying to get like a Ford Bronco Black Diamond Edition, the 2-door, because that thing is pretty ultra and I can take it anywhere. It has a long lasting ability and a full warranty. Now, these are my justifications in order to buy it. That's not an immature part of me. That's just what I wanted to do with the money that I earned. So, do I hold a resentment? Yes, I do hold a resentment because, again, I should be able to use the remaining portions of the finances that I earn and I have earned in order to make myself a little bit happier in the 20 years that I got left in my life that are good. Because, folks, I'm 46 years old and that ladder's just getting longer and a little bit shorter as you climb. If you know what I'm talking about, you're right there with me. Aside from missing the opportunities, aside from the resentments and everything else, I'm disappointed with myself. I'm gonna, again, feel like I should have these things, and now I'm holding kind of a self-resentment because, I don't know, am I pulling my own card because I feel like I owe somebody? Perhaps. And that's just what this video is about, folks. Don't sacrifice your own happiness for the betterment of somebody else, unless it's your child, because we have to give them everything regardless of how it makes us feel inside, because our job is to take care of them, to love them, nurture them, and build them up to be better human beings in their lives so that they can be productive and happy at the same time. If this video has made any sense for you and you've gotten any value out of it, hit the like button so this video stays in circulation. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you to those who have. And life is a garden, folks. Dig it. And guess what? Short, sweet, and to the point. I'm going to see you in the next one. Have a good day.